Welcome to Midcard Maniacs, I'm Jay.
And I'm John.
And today we're talking about Andrade. He's just signed to AEW. What is in his future? Yeah. He says he's gonna be the face of AEW. We already know that's Britt Baker. But we also know that he's supposed to go for that AAA title at Triple Mania against Kenny Omega.
Yeah, so it's interesting to think that AAA's main title, regardless of the results of the match, is going to still be on AEW and not on AAA.
It's very strange. I do like that. And I think what's really nice about Andrade being in AEW, aside from him obviously getting to shine like he didn't in WWE, he's gonna be probably the first Latin guy to win the AEW title, I would bet, down the road.
I think with him in AEW, there is the potential for a new Latin faction, like the LWO or LAX. Like, that's the kind of thing I think Andrade being the leader for that, because AEW loves their factions. They love their tag teams. It's basically the Latin version of the Elite. That's what I think is gonna happen.
That would be good. Very similar to how Eddie Kingston was running his thing in Impact. If Andrade, being his suave self, especially with the glasses, he's nicely dressed, he's like the Kenny Omega right now. And he just needs his own little young bucks. He's paired with Vickie Guerrero right out the gate, which I think is a terrible idea. I'm not a huge Vickie fan. I think she specifically ruined his intro to AEW. With a live crowd, it was lukewarm. Whether that's because she was screaming and there was no music and there was no, his name was not even on like the screen, so nobody even saw him. Yeah. I just don't want him to stick with Vickie.
If anything, Andrade should have came in and tried to break up Death Triangle. Tell like Pac, what are you doing hanging out with the Lucha Bros? Like, these are my boys. Building a faction around that would have been way cooler. Like, Andrade doesn't need a mouthpiece. Yes, English may not be his first language and he doesn't speak it the best, but it doesn't mean that he needs to be a smooth talker because he's so suave with his looks.
Must be fucking nice.
I get it, my hair's almost there.
You just need the big ass like Gucci shades, yeah. Dude.
Once salons open up, I'll get to shaving the sides again.
Finally.
Me and Andrade, we're gonna be twins.
I'll have my own little fake Latin lover here.
You'll have your idol.
My idol, it's you. Is Kenny Omega gonna be his first like main opponent? Like, it seems like they'll go back and forth to lead up to the AAA title.
Yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't be. It's just there's so many people in this storyline already that I don't know where Andrade would fit in.
He needs to shine. We can't have him sit on like the sidelines like Miro did, I don't think. We need to push him immediately. I mean, Miro's obviously in a great spot now, but he was right out the gate, he was just like an extra guy, like squashing people on dark matches or just like coming in, killing a guy and that's it. And just like being the best man wasn't the best fit for him. Andrade needs to be elevated immediately. And it sucks because Omega is also gonna be feuding with Jungle Boy. You can't have Omega feuding with everybody.
I know, and then you take into the consideration the best friends in Orange Cassidy. Like, that whole thing is not like done yet either. I think this is the sad part, is Jungle Boy is gonna have his match on the 26th and he's gonna lose. That's that. And we're gonna push him with Christian going against Matt Hardy. AEW is kind of all over the place. This is where I find the storylines are getting too out of control because now you're like intertwining too many wrestlers. And then you introduce someone like Andrade, he could fit in anywhere, but where is he gonna fit in that he's going to stand out? He doesn't have anywhere to go, and there isn't anyone free right now that is at his level because the family and the factory are doing their thing, and that's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Right. There's just so many other feuds that are still building or just coming off of like a massive thing from Double or Nothing. So like there's still some fallout. So Andrade's in a weird position, but I would say that this is an issue with just like AEW they have too much talent right now, at least in the men's division. There are way too many people for the amount of screen time, especially on TV time. With Rampage still like a couple months away, is Andrade just gonna do what Sting did for the first 2-3 months and just come out, do a little speech, and then that's it? He might until after the Jungle Boy thing.
If I was gonna put Andrade anywhere right now, I would probably try and insert him into the Darby Allin Sting storyline, just because he would be a good fit with Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, just by look alone and the conceited attitude. because then you have like 3 well-dressed characters who are very cocky trying to like be the face, be like, oh, we're taking Sting out of the picture because like he's the old guy, we're the new guys. So
yeah, that's actually a pretty good one. I never really thought about that. I can definitely see him standing in front of Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. That's a pretty strong faction. It's unfortunate because it kind of sidelines Ego and sidelines Sky, because you thought that they were gonna kind of keep elevating, but now it would be their leader. But at least they would still consistently kill it on the mic like they have been, because all of their promos have been awesome.
And like, that's not to take away from the fact that they couldn't do a Best Friends and Orange Cassidy where it's clearly evident, or Jungle Boy with Marco Stunt and Luchasaurus. They could do something like kind of how Death Triangle is. It's like one week Penta's gonna be going for the title, then the next week Pac's going for it, and then Phoenix.
Yeah, that's true, kind of switching it out. Even SCU did that, right? And there's been more and more rumors about a trios title. There are options. I think he needs to just be on Dynamite main eventing within the next month.
Yeah, and I think the best way to do that, put him with Page and Sky, because then he doesn't have to talk. Having Ethan Page be his voice is gonna be perfect, because the only person who has kind of successfully succeeded in AEW without any alignment other than a manager is Lance Archer. He's never had someone in his corner other than Jake Roberts, and Jake has only ever been like kind of a mouthpiece. He's never been tied to someone, and he still succeeds because of who he is and how he presents himself. It's believable he could handle his own. If Archer's going against Miro, if Archer's going against Brian Cage, yeah, I can believe that. If Andrade is doing it, not so much. Nothing against his like skill as a wrestler. It's just, if I'm gonna see Andrade take on a bunch of giants, he's not gonna go and clear a ring with like power moves.
Yeah. The takeaway from all of this is there are a ton of different options. It's just difficult to try and figure out exactly where he fits. But we want to see him succeed, and there are so many cool dream matches that are just on the horizon. And I'm very excited that he's here. I really didn't think it was happening, honestly. It came out of left field. What do you guys think about Andrade coming to AEW? Do you think he's going to succeed? Do you think he'll be lost in the shuffle like Miro was for a while? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Like this video, and if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the channel, stay up to date with everything Midcard Maniacs.